ball well. They're a tough cover. This team reminds this Wichita State team is a little bit snake-bitten in these close games. It's a lot like we were before last season, where we lost all these games just for whatever reason. We found ways to lose them, and then the next year, that experience coming back, we found ways to win them. And then this year, it's gone both ways. We've won some and we've lost some, but everyone that stepped on that floor tonight competed at a high level and did a great job. So obviously proud we came away with a win, but both teams really battled.
Coach, was that the start of overtime exactly how you threw it up there?
Well, we made 2 hustle plays to start, and I thought that set the tone. And it happened to us the other day where we got on our heels. We got down a couple baskets early and got on our heels. And in overtime, it just feels a little bit different. So without a doubt, the hustle plays, Elijah came up with a big loose ball and then finished through a lot of contact. And then Spoon read the next play and ran through a pass and got us a little bit of separation. But it was, I thought the second half we played with the desperation that our group needs to win the games when they really matter. And that's in March.
Vlad, how physical was it down low throughout that game?
I mean, to be honest, like every game is very physical, especially in American Conference. So it was like any other game, like very physical. And the referee like let us play like actual men's basketball, so it was nice. I like it.
And then Brandon, for you to kind of spark the team there early in the game, just how big was that to get everyone rolling kind of early enough?
I knew it was an early morning game, and I'm a big energy guy, so I just try to get our juice flow early as possible and just get us going as a great teammate and just make sure everything stays positive.
Coach, can you tell me about, you mentioned just like the art of winning those close games. Like what, in your estimation, like what does it take and what does experience bring in those close games?
Well, this probably isn't the answer anyone's looking for, but there's a lot of randomness to this. Even the UAB game, it came down to one offensive rebound, and they had an overload where something didn't go right for them, and the ball carried long on the one side of the floor where there's only one of our players against a taller player that kind of had us wedged in underneath. So it's tough. That's why you try to play your best over 70 or 80 possessions and hope you can avoid those situations. But it's guard play, it's converting around the rim, it's being connected defensively and not beating yourself. I thought just at the end of regulation, we made a couple fouls outside of scoring areas, and those typically when you do that, those points are the determining factor because it's tough to score against a set defense in the last 4 minutes and overtime. But yeah, there's a randomness to it. There's a belief. I think our guys have the belief now that they're not hoping we win, that we've been in this situation so many times. And we have such a high level of trust with each other. No one feels like they need to be our hero or save us. They just stay in the flow. And then, it was great to see Vlad converted a couple big ones down the stretch. And then Spoon, I told the guys from John Crispin, those guys before the game, that this guy gets no credit, no accolades, no love. And, man, I don't think our record wouldn't be anywhere close to what it is if he wasn't on our team. And it's his consistency, his energy, everyone on our team is much better because he's on our team every single day. And I want to make sure that's this line. Obviously, it's easy to talk about him. He's up here with me with 19 points and 7 of 9 and 3 of 5. But his impact goes so much beyond that. And today I peeked out on the floor, and it's an early morning game, and it's Super Bowl Sunday, and we've been on the road, and there's a lot of, some guys have trouble. And I look up, and it looked like he was playing in the Super Bowl at 11 a.m. tip, and it made me feel better as a coach.
Yeah, you felt you could snake it yours fast. How do you keep that from draining the team and beating the team down?
The word process is completely overused, but you stay the course. And we talked about it this offseason. We haven't done a very good job. We need to avoid some one-possession games because they can go either direction. A free throw here, a free throw there, whatever the case. So ideally going forward, we have a little bit more separation like we had at the end of overtime. But if you're in one-possession games, all of us are about the same talent. Some of us have a little more experience or this or that, but we're all everyone in our league's pretty comparable in talent. Like if you just did a video game, right? You factor experience and togetherness outside of that equation. And so I think our guys just have a belief that they're going to find a way. I'll keep it very, very simple.
with your guys' defense, you guys, prevent assists, keep those really, really low. Tell me about what's the focus there, and what do you guys do a good job of to keep assists low?
Well, typically those 12 to 15 foot twos, that's usually what we want them to shoot. And there were several timeouts when we were starting to question whether going forward we need to stay with our game plan. I thought even when we adjusted our ball screen coverage, I thought they adjusted on the fly. They had great solutions for everything. We needed to score points, but Bell getting downhill, and then when they put their shooting lineup in with an elite ball screener, Ballard does an unbelievable job of getting his guards space and separation, and then he's such a threat at the rim. It's tough in there when they're hitting those. Bell has a better hook than probably anybody in our league. He just happens to be a guard. Any Zoom questions?
Hey guys, congrats on the win, Brandon. Overtime, 21-8. You made some big shots during the period. Elijah made some big shots during the period. Vlad made some big shots during the period. What was the wake-up call that the overtime period gave you guys heading into it?
We just didn't want to drop it no matter what. We wanted to stay positive no matter how the game went, and just being great teammates and continue to play frame by frame and get a stop every time down the court. And we knew the offense would work itself out. Just continue to get a stop and we'll be all right.
I would say Elijah Martin should start with the overtime, and it does give us, all of us a lot of confidence. All of us give us not a lot of energy, so probably he played a huge role in that.
You guys, how does you make all these plays and you try to stay focused and everything, but at some point, how do you keep the big picture implications, from weighing you down at the end? Did you guys feel like you were a little tight there in the last few minutes of regulation, or is it just a matter of the randomness you were talking about, Coach?
I don't think we were tight. Obviously, there were a couple execution plays we wish we could have had back, and I wish I could have put them in a little bit better position. But I didn't think we looked tight. I don't think we're ever scared to lose. That's kind of one of our mottos, that if we do lose, if we lost this game today, that we're still going to get on the same plane and go home, and we're going to be with the people we love, and we're going to be on a plane with people we really enjoy being around every single day. And so we're not going to let the result change that. Now it stings, and we talked about it at UAB. If that shot goes in, we all feel so much different now, but it didn't. And so obviously when you lose, you have a little more edge to prepare and whatnot. And it's our job as coaches when we win to find that same level of edge because it's not a natural human emotion when things are going well. So without a doubt, Tuesday, when it comes time to practice, we're going to create some edge. And because we have so many leaders on our team and guys that are everyday dudes that bring it, we don't have to spend a lot of time on that. It's just, it's kind of, our guys are about the right stuff, and we appreciate that as a staff. We don't take it for granted.
Coach, you guys forced 17 turnovers from Wichita State, 13 of them involving steals from you guys. How much of a role did that play in helping you guys pull out this win?
It played a huge role. They were very, very efficient from the field. You look at their field goal percentage, especially from two. And three was good enough to win. It's such a fine line as a coach, because you want your guys to have freedom to trust their instincts and go make a play. And so when they go make a play and it works out, you clap and you high five them. And then when they go make the exact same play, they see the same thing and it doesn't work out, then you have a tendency to, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? And so we just try not to put them in compromising situations, and we really, really trust them. And they know the difference between intelligent gambles and risks and those that are more likely to have a favorable outcome for us. And our guys do that. And it burned us a couple times, but we got some steals in the process. And the way we're built, we have to be okay with that.
And was there during the stretch in the second half, BJ hit some tough shots, 2 or 3 good big shots in a row. That would seem like it was an important part of the game for you, and he kind of stepped up for you at that point.
He did. I thought Trey really gave us great rhythm offensively. Turned down some good shots, and we ended up getting great shots. And we don't shoot a lot of mids, but when they're in the deep drop coverage, we were going to shoot the mid-range jumpers if they had space. We didn't want to come into a crowd and shoot mid-range shots. I thought we got to the second, third side really quickly and were able to shoot those same shots. We missed a couple late, but overall I thought our percentages were good enough to help us win, and it also gave their big guys something else to be aware of, and I think that freed Vlad up down the stretch with some pocket bounce passes because the big had to respect the pull-up jumper. And a couple of our guys are very effective shooting those. Some of us don't shoot them as well as others, but the guys who are effective shooting, they know who they are. They know they have the green light. We just trust that they're not going to do it in tight spaces. I think there's one more that got cut off, Chips. Richard, go ahead.
Yeah, I was about to ask you about Trey's impact off the bench. You pretty much described it there quite perfectly. Thank you, Coach.
He continues to improve. I thought Brennan came in. Brennan deserved more minutes, but it's hard to take Spoon out. It's hard to take Vlad out. It's the cost of winning and success. But I thought his contribution in the first half was great. But yeah, Trey this was a special performance, and it's something going forward against that particular coverage. We know that we can go to him and he'll deliver. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Safe travels, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Have fun.